Hello everyone, welcome to the Mercury Virtual. Hope you are doing good. Today I am going to continue with the same module, that is object oriented programming, and the same chapter, that is chapter number 10, that is managing console input output operations. That is how to manage the console, how to manage the various input output operations that will be followed in the, or that will be used in the C++. That is managing a console input output operations. In the last class we have started with this chapter, that is chapter number 10. Now I'm going to continue with the same chapter but with the different concepts, with the different modules, or we can say with the different topics. So let's start with the chapter number 10, that is a last class session what we have covered in the last class, then moves to the today's topic. Alright, so let's start with the last class session. In the last class we have started with chapter number 10, that is a managing console input output operations. That is how to manage the console input output operations, or how to use them, the input output operation, that is how to use them with the various concept that is used with the input output operations, right? So let's start, or let's so the chapter number 10 is managing the console input output operations. That is how to manage the consoles. What are the various input that is given to the C++ programs, and how to generate the output. That is how the input is given and how the output is generated. So that is known as the C++ stream. So in C++ or in any programming language, there is a input, there is a processing, there is a output. So there is a first of all, the input will be given, then processing takes place by the C++, by the CPU, by the CU, and any software, any application that is used by the computer, then generating the output on the screen. For example, if I write the code, that is the input that is given by me, I am a user. Then processing will take place, or processing will be done by the compiler. There is a compiler, that is a turbo C compiler. So the processing is compiled, or processing is done by the C++ compiler or turbo C compiler, and at last the output will be generated, the output will be shown on the screen. That is a display the output on the screen, that is your output, right? So that is a C++ stream, or that is a input output operations. So this says every program takes some data as an input and generates processed data as output. So first of all, takes the data as an input, and then take the processing, do the processing, then display the output on the screen. That is the input process output cycle. So it is very convenient or essential to know how to provide the data, how to present the result in a desired format. So in till now we have studied so many program. In this we have used the operations, or the operators, that is the insertion operator or the extraction operator. Insertion means that is used with scene, that is how to insert the data within the computer, that is the input operator, that is the insertion operator, and how to generate the output, that is done by the extraction operator. This is known as the insertion operator, that is key in the input in the computer. This is known as the extraction operator, that is how to generate the output on the screen. So till now we have discussed this one, but we have not seen that how to format the data, how to format the output that is given to the computer. So C++ supports all of the C-rich set of input output functions. Then we have studied about the C++ streams, that is what is the meaning of C++ streams, that is the input output operations. So a stream is a sequence of bytes. It can act as a source for which, or from which, the data can be obtained, or the destination to which output data can be sent. So there is an input stream, there is the output stream. So first of all, the input will be given, or input will be taken from the input device. Then there is an input stream. Then there is an extraction operator, there is a program. Then output will be generated, that is the output stream. So the data in the input stream can come from the keyboard or any other storage device. Similarly, the data in the output stream can go to the screen or any other storage device. And mentioned earlier, a stream is the interface between the program and the input output operation. So whenever I give the input, it will pass to the stream. Whenever the output will be generated, then also it will pass to the stream. So it's an interface between the program and the input output device. Then we also studied about what are the different classes that is available for the C++ streams. So first of all, these classes will be divided into three categories. One is iOS, then there is a iStream, then stream buffer, then OStream, right? Then iStream and OStream combined is known as the iOStream. That is, iStream is used for giving the input to the program or input to the computer, then OStream generating the output to the stream. Then there is a stream buffer, that is a buffer, that is a pointer that is used with the IOS, that is the input output stream. And in the input output stream there is a I stream, there is a O stream, that is used for the input there is a I stream, and for output there is a O stream. And there is a assignment operator, there is a assign operator that is used with the I stream, that is a I stream with assign, then I stream with assign, then O stream with assign. So iOS is a base class for the I stream and the O stream. This is known as the base class, and this is known as a derived class for the IO stream or the for iOS. Then this is unformatted input output operations, that is there is no formatting or there is no formatting that is available for the input output operation, that is known as the insertion operator and the exception operator or extraction operator. So there is an input that is defined by the insertion operator, there is an output that is defined by the extraction operator. This is a iOS, that is a general input output stream that contains the basic facilities that are used by all other input output classes. There is a I stream, that is the input stream, there is a O stream, that is the output stream, there is a IO stream, that is the input output stream. There is a stream buffer that provides an interface to the physical devices, that is how to use the physical devices like keyboard, mouse, so how to use them in a proper manner. These are the we can say the overloaded insertion operator, that is how to overload, that is how to use various variable within the same scene. So this is a general format. There is a scene, there is a variable 1, there is a variable 2 till variable n. Variable 1, variable 2 are valid C++ variable name that are declared already. Then data 1, data 2, any member we can use, so we can overload the insertion operator. The operator insertion also reads the data character by character, that is it reads the data character by character. First of all one character will be given, then next character, so it will be assigned, or it will read the data character by character and assign it to the indicated location. So for example, if I declare the variable as a code, code, the variable name is code and it is of integer type. Integer takes 2 bytes in the memory, so there is a int code. Then cin insertion operator code, that is a code will be inputting, or code will be assigned, or code will be given or stored in the computer, that is a cin code. The operator will read that characters up to 8 and the value 4 to 5 is assigned to the code. The character D remains in the input stream and will be given to the next cin statement. Now for displaying the output on the screen, there is a cout, that is extraction operator. So there is a cout, then item 1, item 2 till item n. There are various items we can overload the cout operator. Then next is put and the get function. So whenever I want to display any character on the screen with the help of IO stream, that is the input output stream, so we can use the put and the get. So there are two types of get function, there are two types of put function. One is the get char pointer and the get void. Since these functions are a member of input output stream classes, we must invoke them using the various or using an appropriate object. This is the program that we studied, that is how to use the put and the get. Then there is a next function, that is a get line function and the write function. So get line function is generally used that reads a whole line of text that ends with the new line character. There is a new line character that is transmitted or that is occupied by the return key. So whenever there is a return key, that means ending of the line. So get line function reads a whole line of text. So we can read and display a line of text more efficiently using the line oriented input output function. So this is the line oriented input output functions, and the get and the put are character oriented input output functions. Why they are known as character oriented? Because it will display the character, it will process the character, that is every operation, or it will input take the input character by character, reads the data character by character. So every operation is done character by character. But when we use the get line and the write function, so these are known as line oriented input output functions, because it reads the whole line at the same time. So the getLine function reads the whole line of text that ends with the new line character that is transmitted by the return key. This function can be invoked by using the object cin as follows. So this is the example, that is how to use, or this is a syntax we can say. There is a cin dot get line size. So this function invokes the function get line, which reads the character input into the variable line. The reading is terminated as soon as either the new line character is encountered or size -1 characters are read. That is, if there is a return key, that is a next line, it will terminate, or it will stop executing the line or characters, or when the size -1 characters are read out. The new line character is read but not saved. Instead, it is replaced by the null character. This is the example. There is a object-oriented programming, and then press return key. In this case, the input will be terminated after reading the following 19 characters, because we have assigned the array as a, or we have we can say declare the array as a 20. So it takes maximum 19 characters from 0 to 19. Then this is the example for getLine function. This is the program. There is a size that is defined as a 20. There is a city, that is array, that is also contain 20 characters, that is from 0 to 19. Then cout, enter the city name, that is taking the data from the user. So this is a user defined function, that is cout, enter the city name. Then cin city, that is passing the data into the, or entering the key in the data into the memory, that is a cin city. Then cout city name, that is displaying the city name as a city name, then name of the city. Then cout, enter the city name again. So this will get, so first of all it will use by using the cin, then it will use by using the getLine function, that is the cin dot getLine, then city and the size. Size contains the 20 variables. Now the city name, now there is a city variable that is, or that is used to display the data, because it contains the value of the, or the name of the city, that is a city dot, or cin dot get line city comma size. Now next is cout, enter the another city name, that is enter the another city name that is available, then cin dot get line city comma size. Then cout new city name, that is a name of the new city, that is a new city name. Now in the first run, enter the city name, that is Delhi, the city name is Delhi. Enter the city name again. Now this is Chennai, the new city name is Chennai. In second run, there is a New Delhi, again only the new will be come. Enter the city name again, there is a Delhi. Enter the another city name, there is a Greater Bombay. That will be used, or that will be displayed by using the function that is used in the C++. Note, during the first run, the new line character is encountered at the end of the Delhi. So whenever there is a Delhi, the /n, that is a backward /n, is encountered at the end, which is waiting in the input queue by that is read by the getLine function that follows immediately, and therefore it does not wait for a response. The new character is read an empty line. So write function is also displayed, that is done by using the cout write function. This is the next function that is used. So one is a getLine function for taking the, or for inputting, or for taking the input from the user, that is a getLine function. Now the next function is cout write function. So one is a getLine function, one is a write function. GetLine is used for, we can say, whenever a user enters the data, enters the program, that is done by the getLine function, and whenever user displays the function, user displays the value, user displays the line, that is done by the write function. This is cout write, there is a line, there is a size. The first argument line represents the name of the string that is to be displayed, and the second argument size indicates the number of character to display. So one is a line, that is a what is the material that is to be displayed, and one is the size, that is how many numbers to be displayed on, or how many characters to be displayed on the screen. Note that it does not stop displaying the characters automatically when the null character is encountered. If the size is greater than the length of the line, then it display beyond the bounds of the line. Then program 10.3 shows how the write function will display, or how the write function method will display a string. So this is displaying the string with the write function. That is how to display the string with the write function. So there is a hash include iostream.h, there is a hash include string.h. There is a character pointer string 1 that is equals to C++. So the one character or the one string is used that contains the value that contains the line as a C++. Then in the string 2 there is a programming. So string 1 contains the C++, string 2 contains the programming. Then int m, that is the m is the, we can say, the integer type that contains the strlen, that contains some number, that is the strlen, that is the length of the string is calculated. What type of string? That is the string 1. Then int m n strlen, that is string 2. So there is a string 1, there is a string 2, calculating the length and stored in the variable that is the m and the n. Then for int I equals to 1, I is less than n, I plus plus. So it start with the 1, it's end with the n, then there is the I plus plus. Then cout dot write, for writing the function for displaying on the screen, we have used the cout dot write. So the string 1 is displayed, and I, that is, it start with the 1, it end with the n, that is the number of, or it end with the n means the number length of the string 2. So string 2 string 2 and the I, then cout n, that is a slash n, that is for moving to the next line, that is a slash n, or backward slash n. Then again it starts with the I equals to n. Now the n will be assigned, the n will be used, that is the initialization part. Then it will continue till I is greater than 0. So it will continue till it becomes, or till it is 1. Then I plus plus. Then cout dot write string to I, that is the string 2 is used, that then the calculating the string 2 or operating on the string 2, then cout slash n. Now concatenating the strings, that is the merging of the strings, that is a cout dot write string 1 m dot write string 2 dot comma n. So the string 1 and the string 2 are concatenated with each other. Then crossing the boundaries, that is a string 1 comma 10, that is a crossing the boundaries because it starts with the 1, it starts or ends with the 9, then there is a return 0. Now first of all the p will be displayed because now it contains the I as a value 1, then pr that contains 2 characters, then pro that contains 3 characters, then prog that contains 4 characters, then progr that contains 5 characters, and so on till it is used till programming. So it contains 11 characters. Then after it is showing displayed, or it is showing downwards, that is 1 character less. So this will be printed for this one, and this will be printed for this one, because string 2 contains the programming. So we are operating on the string 2 only. So first of all there is I equals to 1, then I is less than n. What is the n? There is a 11. So 1 is less than 11. So it will display the characters. It will display only one character, that is p. Now I becomes 2. So there is a 2 is less than 11. Thus there is a string, then 2, that is 2 characters are printed, that is a pr. then 3, that is PRO, and so on till 11 characters it is printed. Then next loop will be used, that is I equals to n. N contains how many? 11. So 11, this is printed total 11 characters, then 10, then 9, and so on till 1 character. Then next is C++ programming. So this will be used, or this will be merging of the string 1 and the string 2. That is, string 1 contains C++, string 2 contains programming. So merging of string 1 and the string 2, that is a C++ programming, it will display. Then there is a C++ program, that is the next, that is only string 1, then there are total 10 characters. Now it is merged into string 1, so total 10 characters are printed. So there is a C++, that is 1, 2, 3, then space 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Total 9 characters, that is from 0 to 9, it will be displayed on the screen. So the last line of the output contains the cout.write, that is a string 1, 10, that is display more character than what is contained in string 1. It is also possible to concatenate two string, that is merging two string using the write function. The statement cout.write string 1 m dot write string 2 n, that is the string 1 and the string 2 are concatenated with each other, is equivalent to the following two statements. So it is either we can use this one, either we can use this one, because the cout is already used and the dot write is already used. So dot write means writing the function, writing the material, writing on the screen, that is the cout dot write. So one is for string 1, one is for string 2. Right. So for concatenating the string, we can either use cout.write, again dot write, because cout is already used. So either we can use this one, or either we can split it into the two lines, that is a cout.write in the one line for string 1, then cout.write string 2 for the next line. Now this is the we can say the get line and the write function that is used for writing on the screen. Now the next is formatted console input output operation. So one is the unformatted, we have discussed like get, put, get line, write functions. Now next is the formatted, that is how to format the console input output operation. That is the formatted console input output operations. Now C++ supports a number of features that could be used for formatting the output. So there are a number of features that will be available for formatting the output. So these features include iOS class functions and flags, then manipulators, then user defined output functions. So one is the iOS class functions and the flags that is used. One is the manipulators that is used, that is how to we can say how to manipulate the string, how to adjust the string, that is a manipulation. Then user defined output function, that is how to define the output functions as a user defined function, that is how to adjust them, how to format them, that is the content will be displayed, the output will be displayed in a proper manner, that is a user defined input output operations. Then and this the first point says the iOS contains a large number of member functions that would help us to format the output in a number of ways. So there are a number of ways that will be available that contains various member functions that will be used to format the output in a number of ways. The most important one among them are listed in table 10.2. So this is the various input output or the format function that is available. So first is the width, that is used to specify the required field size for displaying an output value. Then precision, to specify the number of digits to be displayed after the decimal point of a float value. That is to specify how many number of digits to be displayed after decimal point, that is done by the precision function. Width function, to specify the required field size for displaying an output value. Then fill function, to specify a character that is used to fill the unused portion of a field, that is how to use or how to fill the unused portion of a field that is required, that is used for the specifying the characters. Then setf, that is a set field that is used to specify the format flags that will be used or that can control the form of output display, such as left justification and the right justification. That is how to format the flag, that is how much space will be or the margins will be given from the edge of the screen to the content that is starting, that is the starting of the line, that is done by the setf function. So these are the various input output function that is will be used for formatting the input output operations. Then unsetf, that is to clear the flag specified. So to clear the flags, whatever the flags that will be used to clear them, we can use the unsetf function. So width, precision, fill, setf and the unsetf function are used to indicate the format string. So manipulators are special functions that can be included in the input output statement to alter the formal parameters of a stream. So manipulators are the various functions or the special function that could be included or that can be included in the input output statement. So that will be used to include in the input output operations or statement to alter the formal or the format parameters of a stream. Then the next table shows some important manipulator function that will be frequently used. To access these manipulators, the file io_manip, that is the input output manipulator, should be included in the program, that is the manipulators and the equivalent function. So the manipulators, first manipulator name is setw, that is for we can say for adjusting the width, that is done by using the setw, that is the width function, that is done by the width function. Then set precision, that is done by the precision function. Then set fill, that is done by the fill function. Then set input output as flags, that is done by the setf function. Then reset input output as flag, that is done by the unsetf function. So these are the various manipulators and these are the various we can say the function that is used in the or that is used with the manipulators. In addition to these functions, that is these are the various 5 functions that is available for the manipulations or the for the format functions. In addition to these functions, we can create our own manipulators. So there is a provision also to create our own manipulators to provide any special output formats. The following section, so this is the format, this is a section that will be provide detail on how to use the predefined formatting function that is already available, that is the predefined formatting functions, and how to create the new ones, that is how to create the pre-formatting and how to create the new one, that is how to create the new functions. So the first part is defining the field width, that is how to define the field width, that is what is the width of the field, that is done by the width function. So I will be carrying out this one, but first of all let's take a break, then moves to this part, that is how to use the predefined formatting functions and how to use the user defined formatting functions, how we can create our own function for manipulators or for formatting. So let's take a break right now, then moves to this width function. So let's take a break. So that's all for today's session. In the next class, I'm going to continue with your same module, that is the same chapter, that is chapter number 10, managing console input output operations, and what are the various formatting options that is available in the input output operations. So that's all for today's session. Thank you so much everyone. Bye bye. Now if there is any doubts, any clarification, you can ask from me. So we will meet tomorrow with the formatted options, formatting functions. So thanks a lot. Bye bye.